So now this is the model, but you have to look into the extension to see which extension it has. You see here that it says BPE. So if you see a BPE, you cannot open it just like that. You first need to uncompress it. So now you hit uncompress, you select the desktop and click OK. So now if I go into my desktop, I see that it has the BP, the original BPE, and the PAC file. So this one is just a copy of this, but this one is uncompressed, which it means I can use this. So look at this. I'm going to click into inject file. I'm going to go into desktop, and now select the PAC file, not the BPE but the PAC file. You see here message box telling me that the file was injected successfully, and now I see the extension. It is an OVJ file. So that means that this PAC is actually an object from 3ds Max. You wanna be sure about it? Okay, let's change its extension into YOVJ. We click enter. I think Windows didn't want us to do that. Okay, YOVJ, and click OK. Yes, I'm sure that I want to change it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and open Autodesk 3ds Max 2010. Let's just wait a minute here. Okay, while it loads, here we got the OA file. You first need to uncompress it because it was a BBE. Okay, now that you got extracted the OA file, this file is in the Legends of WrestleMania and SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 and 2011 as well. This is the texture file, the texture archive. So you need to open a texture archive file and browse for this PAC file that you just extracted, which is the OA, and click on open. You now see these are all the textures that the PAC has in it. The blood for the face, the normal, the color, the noise, and this that I don't really care what they are. This one is for controlling the shadows in the model. This one is the file that actually makes the texture, and this is for a more 3D look on the model. So in order to get a good mod on any model, you need to first of all edit this one, which is basic, because you need to change the color DDS in order to make the model look different. Then you need to create a new normal, and I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so we'll just extract that. Okay, I already got it here, so I don't need to extract it anymore, and do the same for the normal. I already got it here, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, now that you extracted, you may want to open your DDS with NVIDIA plugin for Photoshop, CS4, or use another program which I got here, which is called DXT VMP. If you want it, you may Google it, because we cannot share any links on Brian J's site. So okay, let's go into File, Open, and browse for a new DDS file. I'm just going to go and look for the DDS file color.dds file and click on open. We see now that this is loading DDS texture. We wait just a little bit, and while it loads, I'm going back to 3ds Max. Okay, now we are on 3ds Max, and this is the part of a tutorial on how to test your textures on the models that I already made. So this is really easy, or refer to my previous tutorial. You may click on Max Script, run script, select your YOVJ importer, selecting in here, and then click on it and browse for the YOVJ we just extracted a few minutes ago. So you wait for it to load, and once you see some meshes in here, there it is. Now that we see the meshes, we click on fix all meshes and you get your model. Okay, so this is how to load a model. So we prove that the .00 file was actually the model. Okay, this is maybe the most important texture, the most important DDS texture that the 08.pack has in it, because this is what gives color to the model. So if you edit this, the model itself is going to be changing, and you can preview it by following my previous tutorial. So I'm not going too deep in it because I already made a tutorial on this. Okay, now when you're going to replace an image, you may want to send it to editor, or if you haven't set an editor, just go into your DXTBMP and select preferences, select editor, and select the editor of your preferences. I have paint.net, so now you have the image there, you go into here, you browse for the texture you want to do it, drag it, add it as a layer, erase the background, which is really important, and then click on save. You click on accept, but I don't want to, and then you go back into DXTBMP and click reload after edit. So now you may click on save, and yes, it is a DXT5 file. So okay, now you go to open, and this is your normal. This is the normal. This gives the texture the actual look of a 3D, even though we don't have those meshes. So let's go ahead and open paint.net and click on open, and we select the image we want to do the normal of. So we go into effects, stylized, and normal map plus. The normal map plus is an actual DLL plugin for the paint.net, so you may need to find it first. If you want it, I can send it to you, but just PM me if you want it. So you click on normal map plus, and you see that it creates automatically. It automatically creates the normal map for us. So we adjust the settings here, and we see the changes, and there, and some there, and we see the changes here. So we can accept or cancel, and okay, let's do it quick. On map plus, we may need to create it, and there, and we'll click on accept. We'll wait for it to process it, and there we go. So now we'll click on save, and we save it. Then the same process, you just click on image, reload after edit. Um, Before we proceed, you may need to do this too, because if you want to, I mean, like, give a wrestler a haircut, you need to edit just not just the color.dds, but the alpha too. So you click on alpha and send alpha to editor, to the editor. And now that you get it on the editor, here was the hair. If you want some hair to not being, to not, I mean, if you don't want the hair to appear in the model in the game, just make the alpha really black, completely black, so it doesn't really show up in game. You edit, and the same process, you save and you reload after edit. Refresh alpha, and that's it. We save it, and that's it. Now that we just updated our color and our normal files, we just need to inject them. So you click on inject, you browse for your color DDS. Was normal. Make sure it is the DDS file. You click and it says file injected successfully, and again the color, and it says OK. Now you have to do the same process we did for open this in order to close this, but backwards. So we now click on the patch file, you select the patch file that you want, and you inject in here this one, and now you open this one, and that one. You click on inject, and you select the pack file you just edit, and now you can close this. Okay, one really important thing to make sure you to update is the arc files. Xpacker has already a built-in function to update them, so you may want to click on this and select your arc files. These files are the ones that are in the folder created when you extracted the game. So this is for any TV, for new TVs or flat screens or whatever, and these are for all TVs, which is 4x3. So just edit them both. Just click on any of this, and you click on open, and it says updated in the arc file, which means it was successful. You do the same thing for both arc files, and you should be good to go. You may now need or want to run the game and just enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to be uploading Goldberg soon. I hope I can finish by this week, but I'm going to be really not really posting a lot this week, in the next year and a half, because I just got a new job, but if you got any questions, any requests, any feedback, any, I don't know, whatever you need, you just PM me or my blog. You can visit it and leave any donations if you feel like. So thanks for watching, and I'll be uploading Goldberg soon, so you can all add him to the game.